MMA UK, Abdul Ahad Patel. I am here with the man known as the Octagon Slayer, the empire that takes more backs than Darth Vader, the martial artist with more kahunas than a snooker player, the Blackledge legend, the return of the Mac and still alive and kicking like Tupac, the phenom, James Lewis.
I'll tell you what, I'll have that introduction, mate, any day.
James, we got an event, we got a date, we got a dance partner. Talk to me.
Yeah, we have, mate. Yeah, we're week on Saturday. So we're nearly there, mate. We're nearly there, Germany.
11th of
Munich.
February, 11th of February, it goes down.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. We're nearly there now.
Long time coming now, isn't it? We was hoping to get on that December show.
Yeah. They did. I was hoping to get on 3rd of December, and then I must admit they did offer me someone for Prague on the 30th.
Yeah.
But we had a few things going on within the team as well, so I'd have been going on my own. So we thought we'd knock it back till Feb.
Hey,
So, but we're here now.
You could have sent me the ticket. I would have been there in your corner, my man.
Yeah, we'll do that next time, mate. We'll do that.
So listen, you're taking on what's his face? Nicholas Stolz.
Nicholas Stoltz, yeah.
12-6, fought 3 previous in the UFC, didn't go his way. But very well experienced, very well-rounded. How do you feel about that? It's going to be a challenge going into this fight.
Yeah, I mean, these are the fights that we want now, you know. So buzzing for the opportunity and looking to get a good name on my record.
Yeah. So how are you feeling? How's training? How's your preparation going?
Training has been disgusting as usual, which is what we want. So no, it's been great, very well prepared. Tom's come up with a great game plan. Obviously the team put me through it, so it's ready and prepared to go now.
Nice. And like obviously the last time you fought, you were supposed to fight Gabor, and then there was, he got injured. Then you took on Salim on short notice, and you had to adapt. So now you've got a more thorough camp, and you know who your opponent is going into the fight. Can we? I guess what I'm trying to say is, I guess we can expect a full prepared Jamie Lewis with all the trimmings and everything to come with it.
Yeah, that's it. It's obviously it's always tough when you have a late replacement, no time to prepare. So we've had time to put a good game plan together this time, and we know what we're after in this fight. So yeah, it's great to have an opponent. It stayed the same opponent, touch wood. So yeah, well prepared, and it's been nice.
Good man. And I guess, when we're talking about this opponent, although, he fought on UFC in his last few fights, and arguably the toughest type of competition in an organization such as the UFC. His last fight ended in a rear naked choke. And we know, you love a bit of that. Can we experience more of James's, tremendous jiu-jitsu, or are we going to see more of a standing James, or am I just going to have to tune in to see?
That's it, mate. You have to tune in, I'm afraid. But yeah, I mean, if we are on the ground, I think I've got a huge advantage there. But no, I'm not afraid to strike with the guy either. So
yeah,
as always, you got to let the fight go where it goes. But yeah, I think I've definitely got an advantage in the grappling, certainly.
And like we previously touched on the last time I interviewed, but you spoke about your striking, and obviously, anyone that hasn't seen the last fight against Celine, go ahead and watch it, and you'll see James with an iron chin as well as dishing out the striking. So that's in the arsenal as well, I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. So as I say, coming from Blackledge MMA, I'm very well prepared. I've had plenty of plenty of tear ups on the feet, and yeah, not afraid to strike with the guy at all. So, so yeah, as I say, we'll see where the fight goes. You know, I'll have a little tear up on the feet if that's what he wants to do, and if I want to take him down, I'll take him down. It's up to me, really.
And you know, you're fighting on Octagon 39, stacked card with talent all over Europe. You know, anyone that speaks about MMA nowadays and that knows their stuff knows the direction Octagon's moving in. And it seems like a lot of fighters from the UK as well as other places in Europe are starting to favour to go over to Octagon because, like you said before, the presentation, the venues, the audience, the crowd, and just how well it's set up. So I can imagine, you know, Octagon 39, we're going to see, you know, a huge night of MMA.
Yeah, I think you know, in terms of Europe, Octagon's the place to be now. They seem to be signing a lot of more UK guys as well in preparation for coming over here at the end of the year, I think. So it'd be good to see Octagon putting shows on in the UK as well, because obviously MMA's, especially the northwest, there's a massive scene here. So yeah, it's good to see.
So I wanted to ask you about this welterweight tournament. Now I know obviously you've got your you know your matchup in a week or so time, and you've got to get through that, etc. And it seems like they've already got the names in the hat for the welterweight tournament. But I was quite gutted. I was happy that you got your fight, but I was gutted in the same way that I weren't going to see you in that tournament. There's some crazy talent in that tournament. Well, I felt we would have seen you in some like tremendous matchups. As well as you got the welterweight champ in there, you've got the middleweight champ in there. Talk to me about that. Was that ever in conversation? Did that ever get mentioned to you?
No, it never got mentioned to me. I think I was just a bit late to the party on that one. Obviously, the other guys have got a lot more fights than me in Octagon. But listen, like, unfortunately, you know, people are going to get hurt, aren't they? It's going to be a tough. You know, you could win fights and get hurt, and not be able to. So I can see people getting drafted in, and you know, it's like anything. If I keep winning, opportunities will come my way. So I'm not ruling out, you know, sneaking on that at some stage. I'll certainly be putting my name forward once I beat Nicholas. So yeah, there's room to sneak on there. There's going to be injuries, there's going to be pullouts, so we'll see what happens. But I'm certainly not out.
Yeah, for real. And I suppose that, you know, you get for your opponent on the 11th, it's more weight to say, listen, you know, I'm ready. You want to check me in that tournament? There's someone injured.
Yeah, that's it. You just keep winning, and things come.
Yeah, and I guess, you know, with that tournament, it's big cash prize. I don't know if it amounts to. I was slightly confused with the whole cash prize, but I guess it amounts some way that there's €1 million or something like that of that nature in the tournament. So it's a big cash prize. And obviously the titles would be on the line because of the champions in there. And it seems like a lot of MMA promotions favor this whole tournament scheme. You've got PFL, and I know One FC do some sort of bracket of that sort. So it looks like it's the way to go forward. I mean, that is, you can't rule out like contender versus contender, champion versus contender. No one can really win, can they?
Yeah, and that's good because I think you know, when people criticise the UFC, it's when people are getting title shots when they're not, you know, maybe not ranked as such. So I think you know, people are going to get the title shots who've earned the title shots, aren't they, in that format? So I think that's why people like it, isn't it? But and obviously as fighters, we like that big cash prize at the end.
Yeah, and again, for you to enter into something where you can win the title and earn a lot of money, you can't really ask much more for that, can you?
No, that's it. that's it. Like, what's going to put a great tournament together there. It's a great thing that they're doing, along with, I think Tip Sport have put the money up, haven't they? So we can't complain. So it's just up to me now to keep winning. Hopefully get myself involved in this at some point.
Yeah. No, I was speaking to Liam Etbar, who just signed to Octagon as well, and I was talking to him about the whole welterweight tournament. And he was saying to me, just as much as yourself, like, as the opportunity presents his game. And it seems like, I think when you talk about Bellator, when you talk about USC, and even some of the other places like one, there's a lot of like haggling in terms of like getting fighters to fight because of their pay or because they want someone higher ranked, etc. But it seems like in this organization, and even like PF, you've got the names in there, but people just want to fight the best. And ultimately, as a critic, that's all you want to see. You want to see Liam fight on someone that he's not supposed to be, but he does be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think tournaments like that, they create those situations, don't they? Where you can't really pick who you fight. Like in the PFL, you don't choose, do you?
Yeah.
So you're forced to fight the best guys all the time. So
yeah,
it's better for the fans, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. And it keeps it interesting, like when you're getting someone that isn't as known as someone that's a previous UFC fighter, for example, and they come in, they make the big upset, and they're going on to fight for the title or fight for the prize money, then you're really rooting for that guy because he's not really as known. And I think that's where stars are also made. Like, that's where you see, fighters become superstars, and rightly so.
Yeah, it's like Brendan in the PFL, isn't it? Like I think all the guys in the UK on the MMA scene knew Brendan, but he's turned into a star now, hasn't he? Off that, and he deserves it.
Yeah,
he's given that opportunity to shine, didn't it?
Oh, 100%. And when you talk about Brendan, you talk about like what he went through with the Dana White Contender Series. That was the best thing that could happen to him. The best thing.
Yeah, strange that, isn't it? How like I heard him speaking at the time, how he was gutted and that, but as you say, it turned out the best thing for him.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I don't know what he's done to upset Dana White.
I watched the fight back after he won the PFL championship, and I was like, I don't get why you wouldn't sign him. Like, it wasn't a bad fight. I mean, it wasn't the most entertaining fight, but he got the win and he got it quite decisively. And yeah, like, why wouldn't you? Like, would you not
sign the guy who he beat?
Yeah, and I don't know, and that's why I think organizations like Octagon, like PFL, they're getting guys on that. They're looking at the record and thinking, okay, this guy's upcoming. Let's get him in there, see how he gets on with other contenders. And if he carries on winning, then so be it. Then we got a champion in the making. But I think with UFC, there's a lot more politics, and Bellator and even one to an extent. There's a lot more politics and there's a lot more popularity in the mix opposed to your actual competitive skills.
Yeah.
So
that's the problem when it's it is a business, and then you've got the guys who put the buns on seats. You've got to give them the shine, I suppose. That's where it becomes tricky, really.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, you look at I forget what her name is, Kayla Harris. Like, she could have gone to UFC long time ago, but why is she going to give up fighting for $1 million a fight and taking out opponents in the first round? So, given she's lost the title now and she lost it to a worthy opponent, but I mean, if I had that opportunity, I wouldn't be going to UFC, no chance.
I think she won it 2 years in a row as well, didn't she? So that's a lot. It's a lot of money that in 2 years.
And you think like the average UFC fighter in 2 years are not even going to make 10% of that?
No, nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Yeah. Who's your? Do you have a favourite to win this welterweight tournament?
Oh, well, they're taking me out of it. They're not letting me play. Do you know what? If Kintel can make the weight, well, you'd have to put him up there because he's huge.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Obviously, Brito's got the title now, seems to knock everyone out who he fights. So, and Cosmo hasn't lost for a long time. So I think it's out of those three personally. But I think Kintz will be a problem if he can make the weight well.
Yeah, but again, like as you're fully aware, he probably doesn't stand around at middleweight, no chance. So he's
no way he does.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see him on weigh-in day and see how much he comes. Well, how big he is on fight day.
Well, he fought on the card last time that I fought on, and he's a big lad. He doesn't look like a welterweight to me, so I'd be interested to see if he can make it.
Yeah, and again, and this is the interesting thing: if he does make the weight, how does he perform?
That's it. If you can make it well, it's all right getting on the scales, but can he fight after it?
Yeah,
that'll be interesting. But if he can, he's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and this is the thing though. Even with that, you make the weight and you've dropped a lot of weight. You go into fight day. That punch you soak up is going to be different than the punch you soak up on middleweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That dehydration would be a problem.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be an interesting one. That I'm intrigued to see how he does.
Yeah, for real. When we last spoke, we spoke about Oliveira and Islam. Do you remember who you predicted?
Did I predict Oliveira?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was gutted, because I really like Oliveira, but he couldn't. I couldn't have been more wrong.
Oh yeah, wait.
I couldn't have been more wrong.
Wait, didn't it?
Yeah, because I said he'd submit Oliveira too, didn't I? No, sorry. I said Oliveira would submit Islam. So couldn't have been more wrong on that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors he's gonna fight Baruch. Is it Daniel Baruch?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but yeah, that guy. He was supposed to fight Islam at one point, weren't he?
Yeah. He's been unlucky because he keeps winning and he just can't get this title fight, can he?
Yeah, I feel like him and Islam is kind of like Khabib and Ferguson all over again.
Yeah. Because Islam's obviously fighting Volkov, isn't he? Volkanovski, sorry.
Yeah. What do you reckon on that one then?
I'm going Islam on this one. Yeah. I'm going Islam on that one. He's too big, isn't he? He's too big. He's too.
Yeah.
He's grappling too.
Although I think Volkov have a good shot at it because that boy's got some power, mind.
Yeah, if he can keep cutting angles and keep moving and not set his feet too much where Islam can take him down, but I just can't see Islam not being able to take him down over 5 rounds. He's going to get him in the end, isn't he?
Yeah, and the thing is as well, when we're talking about now going up in weight, is then like, are you as fit as what you was when you was the lighter weight, or when you have you got the endurance to keep going? And then, as you know, with that Sambo type style, they just drain the life out of you. It doesn't take. So as if he can get up and keep it standing, I think it will be in his favor. But that's a big if.
Yeah, that's it. I think he showed his level of grappling in that last fight, Islam, didn't he? To do that to Oliveira, make him tap that quick. That's impressive.
Yeah, and the pressure would have had to be like proper arm triangle.
Oh.
I mean, arm triangle, and I don't mean to mock Oliveira, but arm triangle would be like one of the easier. I can't even say easier, but it would be the less complicated one to get out of. So that pressure must have been on solid.
Oh yeah, that squeeze must have been mad. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, listen, James. I'm rooting for you, my man.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna tune in, and I'm gonna hope to see the Empire take another back.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then I'll be again rooting for you to see if that name if James Lewis pops up in that welterweight tournament talk, because I'd love to see that. And what better than to see my own countryman go on and do the same thing Brendan did in the PFL?
That's it. That's what
Yeah,
we're all aiming for now. Follow Brendan.
yeah, man, for real. But listen, all the best on 11th of February. Hopefully, yourself as well as your opponent both go in healthy and come out healthy. And we'll catch up with you on the next one. And all the best, my man.
Great stuff, mate. Great to talk to you again, pal.
Take care, James. Peace.
Speak to you soon, mate. Ta-ra.
Yeah.